Yes, we can. Thank you for that.
You might want to stay on mute, Nelson, until it's time to talk, because we can definitely hear your car noise.
I'll turn it off unless I'm speaking.
Thank you.
Mr. Shaw has joined us.
I think the only person we're waiting for is Miss Walker. I have 1:33, so I think we should probably go ahead and get started.
I'm here. I've been here.
All right, Anita, are we ready?
Yes, ma'am. We're ready whenever you are.
Okay, the February 16th special meeting of the Board of Education is called to order. Ms. Bowie, will you please call the roll?
Good afternoon, Miss Adams, Mr. Bullier,
Here.
Miss Justice,
Here.
Mr. McManus,
Here.
Miss Walker,
Here.
Mr. Wildebohr,
Present.
and Miss Craybill.
Here. Okay, next on our agenda is, hold on. Welcome to the New Hanover County School Special Board meeting. Thank you for joining us. We value your interest and your participation and your advocacy on behalf of New Hanover County Schools. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second. Walker.
Is there a second to approve the agenda?
Second.
Mr. McManus, okay. Ms. Billy, will you please call the roll?
Mr. Bullier,
Yes.
Miss Justice,
Yes.
Mr. McManus,
Yes.
Miss Walker,
Yes.
Mr. Wildebohr,
Yes.
and Miss Craybill.
Yes. Okay, that happening. On to number 3, state required vote regarding masks in schools. Do I hear a motion to make masks optional for all persons at all schools and all school system buildings effective February 21st, with masks to remain mandatory on school system transportation and in Head Start classrooms?
So moved, but I would like to make a slight correction to that. I'd like to see if we could do that on February 18th.
My motion is February 21st. Is there a second to Mr. Wildebohr's on changing the date?
Second. Walker.
Okay. So Miss, is there any discussion?
I just want to note, Mrs. Collin, that the new toolkits requirements or terms go into effect on the 21st. Just want to make sure everybody was aware of that.
Yep, that's what I was going to say in my part of the discussion. So I don't feel like we should change the date because we want to wait until I want to wait until the new toolkit guidance goes into effect. So is there anybody else that has any comments on that?
I would like to comment on, I just think it would be very beneficial to go ahead and have one day of mask optional this week. And then one day is not gonna make a whole bunch of difference between the 18th and 21st. So I would like to see that one day instead of jumping in with both feet on the 21st. So that's why I made the motion to the 18th.
Any more discussion on that?
Yes.
I can't see you, Miss Justice, so you're going to have to use the raise your hand button. No, I'm sorry, I couldn't. You weren't showing up. All I was seeing was Pete, so I see your hand now. Go ahead.
All right. Well, this is a huge change, and the time is coming, that's for sure. The COVID numbers, thank God, are dropping like a rock, which is the reason I'm even sitting here right now, because we have discussed this for over a year, how much the kids, we all need to have, the mask removed for various reasons. But the safety has always been first. The toolkit goes into effect the 21st, and that'll also give us couple more days. That'll give us at least 2 more days to have the virus even further down as far as being able to infect. So if we came in on the 21st, that'll be better numbers as far as once you have the children intermingling. The less amount of chance of infection, the better. And on the 21st, and I think that's probably why this, they made these changes, was because they were seeing by that date things were going to be a lot safer. So that's why I'd like to leave it at the 21st.
Okay, is there any more discussion? All righty, Ms. Bowie, will you please call the roll?
Mr. Bullier,
Aye.
Ms. Justice,
No.
Mr. McManus,
Aye.
Ms. Walker,
Yes.
Mr. Wildebohr,
Aye.
and Ms. Craybill.
No. All right, so that motion passes. So we will, now the motion in front of us is, do I hear a motion to make masks optional for all persons at all schools and all school system buildings effective February the 18th, with masks to remain mandatory on school system transportation and in Head Start classrooms?
So moved.
Wireless color.
So moved.
Pete Wildebohr is moving first made the motion. No, I made the motion. He is seconding it. So is there any discussion?
I would like to say something, please.
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to give my reasoning. The toolkit changes for me were a big deal. I mean, removing restrictions from the asymptomatic and then removing the distinction between mask optional and mask mandated districts were removed from the toolkit, which indicated to me that they recognize that we're in a different phase of this pandemic. I wanted to also say that it has been almost about 2 years now that we have had to deal with the changes from this pandemic and what we do. I've been getting closer to the conclusion that we need to pivot and transition to existing with this virus. That includes also, the testing availability is a lot better. The vaccines are a lot more available. Rates, as Ms. Justice said, are dropping dramatically, which I'm very, very happy to see. I've always been, one that has been more cautious, maybe over the months because of this virus, with perfect reason. And also, we are much better equipped 2 years later to handle it than we were last year. But also, last thing I just wanted to say is that now that we are transitioning, it is my hope that people will understand that there are students and families and teachers that will remain wearing masks, and they should not be bullied over it, and they should be, respected for their decision to wear masks continuously. So I just wanted to leave it with that. Thank you.
Anybody else have a comment?
Yes.
Is that you, Judy?
Yes, it is.
Okay, sorry, I can't.
Okay.
For some reason, my screen keeps going out.
You
Okay.
popped up twice, so we have no idea
Yeah.
what's going on here. I fully agree with Ms. Walker, especially about the fact that we are going to be going back into a new normal. Our lives have been changed radically by this pandemic, and it is becoming what's called an endemic, probably, and off and on things will happen. We need to keep an eye on if there are new variants, if numbers start to rise again. But in the meantime, we need to go back to a normal, and that includes respect for people that have differing opinions on all sides. I have seen way too many, and I'm going to be straight here, adults imposing children into this political matter. We're supposed to be here educating our kids, and that also means educating character. That means respect for different opinions, and also carrying that respect not just in the classroom but home. So when we start taking the mask off, as Ms. Walker said, please, if people feel safer with them on, that shouldn't be any reason for them to be singled out and harassed, because it's probably for medical reasons. And in fact, if my fervent wish is that people that have not vaccinated their children up to this point, please do, because that's the only safe way that we know for sure that they're going to have some kind of protection from this virus, who, as we can see, doesn't care about us. It just wants to live. And luckily it's dying now because it's gone through its cycle. Let's hope that this continues in this phase.
Does anybody else have any comments on the motion? Okay, hearing none. Ms. Bowie, will you call the roll?
Mr. Bullier,
Aye.
Ms. Justice,
Yes.
Mr. McManus,
Yes.
Ms. Walker,
Yes.
Mr. Wildebohr,
Yes.
and Ms. Craybill.
Yes. Okay, that motion passes 6-0. Is there any opposition to adjournment? Hearing no opposition, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.